Hey guys, we are here at Slamdance 2017 and we are here with, would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name is Daniel Warth.
This is such an amazingly tiny microphone.
Yeah, and gets great sound.
My name's Naomi Skwarna.
I'm Miles Barstead.
Hey guys, so you are at Slamdance, the home of many great talents and legends have been found here, right? So tell us what brings you to Slamdance.
We're here for the world premiere of our feature film, Dim the Fluorescents, which I wrote with Miles, which I directed, and which Naomi stars in.
Awesome. So I hear this is a film with all female. Am I right about that? Talk about it a little bit.
I mean, there are some males, but primarily the two protagonists are two female best friends, and then some of the supporting characters are other sort of complex female characters, friends and colleagues and collaborators, and then there are some men.
Right, and we were at a time and congratulations for making a story like that. That's awesome. But tell me, we are at a great time where we are seeing female-oriented films doing amazing, from Hidden Figures to female stories, and they're just still universal to everyone. So how was for you working on a film like this and having a story like that coming from two guys? How was your experience? Were you shocked, surprised? Did you tell them, nah, this does not sound right?
You know, I never felt any discomfort or or anything, problematic, as in the parlance, about being a female character written by two men, because in some ways, like these two guys have access to kind of universal humanity, and despite the fact, in some ways, actually, if you could look at the film, and like my character's name is Lillian, and Claire Armstrong plays a character named Audrey, but like you could fairly quickly reverse gender the whole show. It's like it's not the sort of gendering of it comes from the way they cast it, and then the fact that they gave some of them some feminine nomenclature, if you want to call it that. But I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to answer the first part of your question, I love being in this very sort of female-centric film at a time when intersectional feminism is something that people are spending more time talking about and discussing. And even being here at Slamdance, I've been amazed at how many films I've seen that have featured really powerful and interesting and diverse female characters who are flawed and strange, and it's very interesting to see those kinds of characters. So that's my take.
Because I would still like to thank you guys for doing this, because I personally, as a journalist, as an actor, as a writer, as an entertainment person, I'm very passionate about inclusion and women, because the stories they tell as an actor, writer, behind the camera, anything, are unique. But I do agree that all of us have to be part of that journey. We cannot just wait for a brown person to come and tell brown. We all have to be inclusive in that. So congratulations and thanks for doing that. But tell me, was it a conscious effort that I want to write a story about two female characters? I want to make that film like that, or was it just a story that came and it organically evolved into these two characters? I mean, talk a little bit about that.
Well, we started writing for Claire, who isn't here right now, who plays the other lead, Audrey. We'd worked with her previously on another short, and we thought that she was so wonderful that we wanted to develop an idea around her, and specifically her playing an actress who does these corporate demonstrations and really makes them her own and does these fantastic over-the-top performances in that context. And so when we decided that in order to flesh the story out and really show a bunch of different dimensions, she should have a friend, and kind of naturally evolved that that friend would probably be female. And I yeah, and I personally love writing for women, so it was a great process. I love taking my own issues and putting them through the spectrum of somebody different to me. You know?
Yeah, right.
I think it really it makes the work that we do better and richer.
Absolutely.
If we could collaborate in that way and see our work through different perspectives. So, in a way, it made us look really good, and it also was a delight in every way.
No, congratulations on that. We'll talk a little bit more as a director. Like, you're working with this wonderful cast. How was the casting process? And for you yourself, working on a subject that is, about women, and you as a male director, how was the process? Did you talk to them a lot to understand, or do you have a vision you just followed? I mean, and did you come out learning something more?
I would say, I don't feel like the process of working with my female actors was different from working with my male actors.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I tend to be pretty precise about what I'm looking for in the film. And I do that visually, and I do that with performance, and I do that when I am the writer or one of the writers on the film. So at every stage I'm trying to kind of realize some vision, but I always like working with actors because they do have a kind of truth detector, and they do let you know when something doesn't feel right.
Right.
And either that evolves into something better, or that some understanding is reached that justifies it. But that process, I think, could happen because of a cultural difference or something that I'm gearing towards, or it just is something where an actor's like, what, I'm a guy like this, and I would never say that, and so to me, maybe the specifics are. I feel like that is kind of a universal process for me working with actors. I don't really approach actors differently based on who they are. I let all the actors I work with tell me if something bothers them or strikes them as being untrue to them. Yeah, and work on it from there.
Okay, now give me a 30-second pitch why people should watch this film.
I think it's a very funny, moving, sad, beautiful, and quite strange film with a lot of great people working on it on both sides of the camera. And it's a real labor of love. It took about 4 years to make, and it takes considerably less time to watch. So you'll get all that in a short, concise time.
Awesome. Last question for all three of you. We are in Park City, Utah, Slamdance. Tell me if it's your first time, or how many times you've been here, and what's, even if it's first time, what's your favorite memory of this city, this time or from the past?
This is my first time
Me
in Park
too.
City, experiencing either Slamdance or Sundance, and I've just found, particularly working with Slamdance, that they're extremely supportive, and they know so much about the film and the people that worked on it, and that's just been a really special experience for me, because this is my first feature, and it's really nice to engage with people. You can tell you're not a number, you're not one of many films to them. They know the film, they can name the characters, and they ask you questions that are so specific to the film, and that's been really inspiring and exciting for me.
Awesome. What about you?
Well, can I say two things?
Sure.
Fantastic. So, first of all, the festival here, Slamdance, Sundance, Main Street, the Treasure Mountain. What does the I stand for again? Thank you. TMI, as it is called. There's so much solidarity around here. Everybody on the street, everyone smiles at each other. Everyone knows that we're all seeing movies. You can just ask anyone you're passing, essentially, have you seen anything good, or what would you recommend, or everybody's dealing with the snow. So there's this incredible sort of local empathy that happens. But I guess on a more perspective.
Whoa, that was scary.
Everyone's fine. I was walking down Main Street today, and there are a lot of these little sort of novelty stores, and I saw this truly bizarre sculpture of two bananas tangoing. Yeah.
Interesting.
It made me feel unnerved but delighted. Yeah, Park
That's
City.
the Park City memory. Two
yes,
bananas.
yes, two
and
bananas dancing. So that's me. Let's hand it off to Miles.
So what about you?
Well, I just have to second everything that everybody said, except the bananas. I didn't see those, and now I feel frankly kind of sad about it. But really, it's been wonderful to be around all these people who are so passionate and who seem to really get the film and enjoy it. So that's been wonderful. And also just being able to have this time back with the cast and crew that I love so much. It's been wonderful to have this time to reflect on what we did, because it was such an intense and really, despite the length of everything, the main bulk of filming was such an intense, brief time that it's been great to really appreciate what we all did together and reflect on it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and congratulations on being in Slamdance.
Thanks.